Good evening, friends. This session is dedicated to the little kids class 7, and there is a story in lesson 6. I want something in a case. Well, this is a story of a gentleman, Mr. Purcell, who was fond of having a pet shop. He had a pet shop and he sold, cats, dogs, monkeys, and doves and many other birds and beautiful gilded cage. So his shop dealt with and this variety of pet animals and that he sold, and also gilded cages. So Mr. Purcell used to be at his shop every morning. He used to sit on his high stool and then high tool, and then he used to read the newspaper, and that was his usual habit. And his shop was quite noisy because of the many types of animals and birds which he kept. One day a strange man came seeking for a pet. He asked Mr. Purcell to show him one pet animal that he was willing to buy. So Mr. Purcell just acknowledged his attitude, and he just realized that the person didn't like him. Yet he was a shopkeeper, and he has to deal with the pets. So he told him, and he brought a small case with a small rat inside it. But that strange man didn't like it. He just told that he perhaps wanted some pet with a with wings or with feathers. So Mr. Purcell brought another case, and in which he also kept a small two doves, and he just brought it to the customer. The strange customer liked it. He asked for the price. Mr. Purcell told him that he would charge 50 rupees as a sell. The man took out a $5 note and handed it to him and said that this much money only he had and no more money. So he handed him a $5 note and then purchased the two doves along with the case. After some time, he took the case on his shoulder with these two doves inside it, and he allowed the two doves to fly away from his case, and he felt quite relieved. Then he told this gentleman, the shopkeeper, that do you understand how much money I have, how much time I have spent in earning $5? 10 years. He said that I have spent 10 years in earning $5. Perhaps he was a prisoner and he understood the meaning of freedom. That's the reason what he wanted to teach to the gentleman, the shopkeeper, that you have always been dealing with the animals and pets and you have kept them in cage. You perhaps do not know the meaning of freedom, but the person who has spent 10 years in prison and has earned only $5 in these 10 years understands the meaning of freedom. That is the reason why he freed the two doves that he has purchased in $5. And perhaps it was his habit to spend money and buy the birds from the cage sellers and then make them free. So that is what this story deals with. This story deals with the sense of freedom, that we should never cage animal, or we should never deal with animals and birds and should keep them in cages. We should allow them to remain free in their natural habitat. That is what the lesson says, and this is what I wanted to say in the lesson. I want something in a case. Thank you. Have a nice day.